Nowadays, in the culture, it is, everybody, which you should be out to get yours, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you be in a situation and you just got to follow the process, because that process could build you up to be even stronger. Because some people will go into a situation and just leave because
the process
it's not ideal, and like everybody want to be the man, everybody want to have a bunch of money, but aren't willing to go through the process.
You have to put in.
All right, man. Back again. Back again, man.
Most definitely.
Season 3. Motherfucking, we've been doing this for 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's a blessing
3
too,
seasons.
man.
This is great, man.
It gets easier and easier.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And when this season, we about to elevate. I guess.
Interviewees.
Yeah, I guess about to be crazy. So we got a crazy guest today, if you don't know. I mean, we trying to take our podcast kind of universal, global. But my man is from the town.
Absolutely.
I mean, he established himself in other parts of this country and in another country 2 at a time.
Right.
Another country 2 at a time.
Talk about it. Let it be known.
But before we introduce our guests, introduce the podcast like we always do. It's Two Brothers Point of View, Season 3. I'm your man, Ed Blackshear.
I'm your boy, G Brown, a.k.a. G.
Yeah, it's a Two Brothers Point of View podcast. And, yo, man, we got Chris Garrett in the building.
Yes, sir.
Chris Garrett in the building. Yo, it's Thaddeus to a lot of us in the town.
Absolutely. It was good, baby.
Appreciate that, fellas. Thank you for having me.
Good seeing you. It's always good seeing you.
Yeah. Yo, but if you ain't know, I'm gonna name down some of his some of the things he did. We're gonna go through his history. He played football in the CFL.
Talk to him.
He played D1 at Miami, Ohio.
Ohio University.
Ohio University.
Yeah.
Ohio University. And owns a gym now.
Yes.
Owns a gym now. And he's from Utica, New York. But yeah, let's start at the beginning. Like we always do. Start at the beginning. So, where did you start here in the town? Sports-wise? Football? I know you played basketball, too.
Let me see. I started Pop Warner. Let me see. My first team, we was the Cornhill Cubs.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, that's throwback. That's a super throwback.
Oh my gosh.
The fun thing about that is like, coming from the town, like everybody was super athletic just naturally, right?
Right.
So, by me getting my start here and moving away, definitely prepped me to be the man where I was at. Because here, it's a lot of talent here that's untapped. And, it's just the situation, and I think it's the demographic. I feel like a lot of kids in this area, or past players or whatever, they could have had longer careers, I think.
Yeah.
And by me escaping and seeing like another light of that, like it definitely helped that I had the opportunity to take my talents, go somewhere else. But most definitely, this is where I got my start at, athletically. Everybody was dogs here, so that's how I got my competitive edge.
You say dogs. Who was the dogs that was with you? Who was the other guys? Because I know we had one last episode. Joshua Wright. I know you had some battles with him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or not even battles.
Not even battles, but like teammates. But it's like I said,
football
like
too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
yeah. That was good. Definitely one that I looked up to was my cousin Will. Like he was one that definitely he
had the goods early.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about Will Green, man.
And the thing is, like, I
real.
witnessed everything firsthand.
Yes.
So it's not a biased opinion, but he was definitely like the person I looked up the most for, as far as when it came to like sports and like getting better and stuff. So he was definitely one. I can name like at least like 10 people. Like damn.
If you can give me top 3.
Top 3 in football?
Top 3 athletes far as
athletes, period.
That made you, well, like you said, Will, who you probably much looked up to, or like or he makes you go up a notch in your level of sports or athleticism. Who helped you evolve or make you be like, yeah, if I'm gonna get better or if I'm gonna be somewhere, I got to get on that level or at least towards that level. Other than Will, maybe Josh. I know some of the cats too, because I was one of the dudes who was chasing behind, like, yo, that's fast. Or,
we was like right to the tail end. You know
what I'm saying?
Honestly, bro, like, the names I can think about, definitely off top, my cousin Will. Like I said, because I had to battle against him every day for fun and for competition. And when I ain't bust his ass, you know, he would definitely talk shit.
Right.
So that definitely made me a little hard. I mean, pause. It made me better as an athlete. Dub was always around. Dub was a multi-sport athlete. So he was one of the people that kind of set the tone too.
Yeah.
Shoot. Jeff, you was nice too.
I played basketball.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm talking like, as far as like
athleticism.
athletes,
Yes.
athleticism.
We was because I was around you for a long time. People don't know. Your grandmother had the hair salon. That was your grandma, right?
Yeah, Josephine Jackson.
So my grandmother and my mom, shout out to them. Shout out to your grandmother. They was at your shop almost every other week or every week. So that's how I kicked it with him. That's how we got it off. Pause.
Hey, wait. I got to say something. You remember we was kids. We had to be like at least 12, maybe like 13, 14. And then
oh shit,
we was over on James Street playing basketball. I don't think you remember, but I remember that thing. I remember like it was yesterday. And like Aaron was popping.
Oh yeah.
And they did like a hot sauce move. You know how we throw the ball and turn around off the backboard? I remember I threw it. And it went over the backboard and it bust somebody glad. Yo,
was I there for that?
I think you was there. But anyways, like
I was that used to be behind the basket.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy, bro. I was like, yeah, basketball ain't for me though. But
cut it out because we played on the same team, and that was the year you left. We was playing summer league.
Facts
at Kernan.
Dang, that's crazy.
And we was balling out. And your dad came down and scooped you up that summer. That was the last summer I think you stayed.
Dang,
you were gone after. I don't know what year that was, but that's when I finally got into my basketball. Like, oh yeah, I can hoop with them now.
We was like at least 12. It was like 12, 13.
We was balling, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because we was like the younger cats on the squad. Now we had a good time. I remember that. Because Puda was still alive. That's how I'm thinking about. Like,
oh yeah, R.I.P. Puda.
R.I.P.
Puda was still alive. He was at the gym. You know what I mean? If not,
I remember
looking out for the gym, whatever.
It was nice too. Football and basketball. Especially Dick Miller.
He trying to be quiet.
Especially Dick Miller. Like,
Dick
battles.
Miller, Ed was
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what?
Yo, I used to hate playing against
Everybody did.
He had handles, and on top of that, he was like a floor general. And out there, I'm just trying to like, man, I can beat everybody. But him is like, I'm playing as a team.
Ed set the tone. Defensively, he made sure he held the confidence. Like, nah, we're going to lock up. Yeah, I'm going to follow suit. I'm fucking with you, Ed. Let's get it.
That's honestly, bro, like, if I were to give you like my top athletes, like if I miss somebody, then I feel like I'm doing the town a disservice. So it's like you could say give me a top 3, top 5, top 10.
It's never that easy.
It's never that easy because again, like you can always say one person, but you think like, dang, like he definitely was nice. But then, like I said, like Utica has always been filled with talent. It's just the demographic and
the attention. You don't get the attention you deserve sometimes.
Yeah, but honestly, bro,
the finances though too.
That's just the thing. Like the difference from where I'm at now, like where I moved at, and just all over the place. The difference here to wherever I was is that it's the financials is way more. Like the median. I'm not saying that people in Utica are poor, but they just don't make as much as, if you live to a bigger city, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the thing is like, Utica has the talent. They have like it's a bunch of stuff that's here that's organic that can really blossom. It's just certain people don't have the mouthpiece for them. Right. And that's all it takes is the right person, plugging you in.
Yes.
And next you know, boom, you there. So,
I was literally just talking about somebody that like 2 days ago because my son, he's starting to get nice in basketball. He's starting to like really like it and realize like he could do stuff now. Yeah. He's 6. He's been playing ball since he's like 4, but he really starting to come alive now. And I got the finances that like I be sitting him with like different trainers, but it's mad programs. It's mad programs like dudes that used to be like Eric Devendorf. I send him with Eric Devendorf, or I be sending him with these different dudes that play pro ball. Right. Like it's mad at them dudes around, but it like Syracuse is like a little bigger than Utica. and there's more access
That
to like
alone, Syracuse alone gives you.
yeah, it's like more access to
Just
like
the site, you're
gyms
right,
and
bro.
stuff like that. Like here, it's not access to like, you know, getting seen or like connecting. Like in Q, they got like a lot of dudes that you don't even know, like dudes connected.
Right.
Dudes like they got the former like right across the street. We got Liverpool High School.
Right.
You got the two former SU basketball players is the head coach. I mean, that's a connection right there.
Right.
Like, I
It's
mean,
only
we don't
getting
really,
better too. 'Cause
Yeah,
a lot of those guys out there are starting to get recognized. Better D1 schools. Shout out to DeJour Reeves. He just got
Yeah.
a nice scholarship.
like Cornelius Vines, who we had, like he's
Yeah,
a
so he
connection.
was
He,
a-
played
yeah,
D1.
exactly.
Like you got
So
all these different connections out there.
Coleman, he's over
Yeah,
there.
DeJuan Coleman. Yeah, so like here we don't really have like no type of like connections and nothing. It's gonna take somebody to reach back,
Right.
somebody big to reach back one day.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts.
Slowly but surely, it will happen.
We almost had it though. R.I.P. Will Smith.
Yeah,
We almost
right.
had it though. He had the football
and
league. that-
he had it moving. A lot of things went in between the lines, but for the
Yeah.
most part, he had it rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, things like that takes time to develop. And, you know, getting to trust the people and figuring out the system of it all. You know what I'm saying? And you saying you started off here in Utica with your athletes who you went up against and some of the top guys you remember. From there, once you moved,
Yeah, where did you move to
Where
from
did you
the
go
town?
to?
And what year? What year did you move?
if you remember.
Let me see. When I moved, it was.
I was tight when you did too. I was fake tight.
I want to say it was the beginning of 7th grade. I moved to Virginia.
Okay.
And to be real with you, bro, like I started out playing pot winter football down there. And, you know,
Big difference?
big difference, bro. Like I'm saying, like playing football here,
Yeah.
against like just in practice or just like playing against like, you know, New Hartfords, the Whitesboroughs, all that,
Yeah.
you know, it's different. It's crazy because like there again, I feel like it's more talent, like untapped talent, than it was down there. They just had better facilities, more money.
Yes.
And the biggest thing is once I moved there, coming from New York, like everybody looked at me like, "Yo, who's this?"
Right.
So
Of course.
off rip, from my very first practice, like I'm out there killing people on defense, offense, like damn. But like true story though, like it got to a point where I couldn't touch the ball. I think it was like 8 times a game. If I did more than 8, we'll get penalized. The reason why is because
And Pop Warner.
yeah.
Probably
Down
getting
there,
100
probably
yards
was.
a
Yeah.
touch.
Listen, bro. Listen. The highlight tapes from back then, like it looked like a movie where people just like just let them run.
Yeah.
Because like again, playing around here, playing fumbly dumbly and stuff.
Oh, that
and
taught us.
getting those moves out, and on top of that,
That taught us.
you're working on stuff that you don't even realize you're working on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I
then
agree.
they don't do that down there. So when I came down there, like I'm killing. And like I said, it's like an 8-touch rule. Other than that, because every time I touch the ball, I was cribbing it, like no lie. And every level I went up to, it was the same thing. So it was one of the things where I always had a chip on my shoulder because I wasn't from there, and I felt like I had to prove myself, not mainly to them, but whenever I came back home for the summer, you know, it's something to talk about, or it's just something that, you know, I'm confident that I'm from someplace, but I'm moved somewhere different, and I got the same mentality. And I feel like that's the reason why I made it so far, because when you come from a small place up north or whatever, you know, it's a little more grittier, and people may say, like, "Oh, you're not from the city." It's like, bro, it's a city within itself.
Yeah.
like don't
They
try to
wouldn't
play it
recognize
sweet.
it.
So at the end of the day, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like I had to represent, and
You did that, bro.
yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
When I definitely, bro, like it's like ever since I moved here, moved from here, played Pop Warner when I was like, you know, 12, 13 years old. In every ranks, I was a top dog. So, you know, I never knew what it felt like to sit on the bench. Only time I sat on the bench, but not really because I played, but I wasn't started like that, was in here. It was Utica. And that's where it's like you learn, like, okay, they better than me, but let me outwork them. So that was the whole thing. So at the end of the day, bro, like, you know, Utica laced me for, you know, how could I best say it? It laced me for success because I still got the same mentality today. I do it in business. I do it, you know, with my my personal relationships. Not as far as like having a chip on my shoulder, but, you know, treating people with respect. But as soon as you cross me, like, that's it. And that's how I grew up. And a lot of my friends here, you know, I consider y'all friends still.
Yes,
I feel like
absolutely.
y'all won't do that type of stuff, but at the same time, it's like, you know, You know, I feel like y'all get the same mentality.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, definitely.
So at the end
I
of the
talk
day,
about that all the time.
It's
I say that all the time.
it's like we took a route. We had choices which routes we wanted to take, and it was easy to take anything. Which one? You could go left, right, and left could be sports, right could be drugs, streets. But we still had that mentality of the same. Like, come on, stop playing.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get somewhere.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get somewhere. And if you ain't
Watch
on
your
my
mouth or respect or
yeah, and if you ain't on
and
my like my
humble.
train,
Yeah.
if like I got trains
right.
going this way,
This me.
if you're not on my tracks,
It's
Right.
my
I
lane.
mean, then I really got to keep kind of lapping you, kind of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not even no disrespect towards it. It should be understood.
Yeah.
I mean, humbled. And what you're saying to me and what I'm getting from what you're saying is once you went down there, you were very humble about everything you did. It was just like you were just super ready.
Yeah, super
You
motivated.
were humble down here to the point when you got there, you was like, you know what, I'm just going to do my thing.
right.
And once you did that, they recognized real. They
I had to
recognized.
reinvent myself, basically.
Understood.
yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, y'all know me as Thad. They know me down there as Chris Garrett.
Right.
It's one word.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
Yeah.
it ain't no other way around that. So at the end of the day, it's like I put my name on the map down there. So anywhere I go, whether, you know, Virginia, New York, Canada, people know my name. And on top of that, my face card is good. So, you know, 'cause you know something? I always show people respect. I always do until you
that's
cross.
it.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like that's why I feel like I'm good wherever I go because I don't disrespect nobody and I just keep it cool.
And I would hate for somebody to disrespect you because you're not a rude dude. You're one of the calmest, chillest dudes. We had that event the other day, or a couple weeks ago, and we was here just kicking it. I'm like, yo, this dude ain't changed a bit.
Yeah, he the
Still
same.
the same. With
The
everything
same.
you've been through, all the accomplishments you made, you made some amazing compliments, and that's why we got you here to give you your flowers because you deserve them, bro.
Facts.
And hopefully we get the viewers. Because we got a lot of older cats and we got some younger cats too, and I hope they show their kids some of this because you are a product of your environment in the most positive way. You know what I'm saying? Even though you left, which is okay, you come here, show love to family, kick it with us, came to the event like, yeah, we coming. Well, definitely I'll come chill with Ed and Jeff. That's family. It's easy. And that's beautiful, bro, because you know some people don't feel like that.
I literally just got back in town and I pulled up. So
Yeah.
you know I could have did some other things, but you know
I already know.
wanna
We
come
talked
check
about
y'all.
this too.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
was the
yeah.
day you left.
Yeah,
Man
we
of my
appreciate
word,
it.
bro.
That's
Got you.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah, and it's crazy that like I really feel like people like yourself, like we had Josh Wright last show. We appreciate you guys coming on a platform like this because really, like you said, like around here we have like a lot of like role models like that that kids can see, be like, yo, I could get to where that dude got.
At least see him.
At least see it. Like
Yeah.
like around here, like most kids, like young black kids around here, the people that they see they could reach, it'd be like dudes that didn't really do shit at all.
Right,
Like either they was in the
Or they
street
in the
or
streets,
they
yeah.
or they just they just went to high school and then they went and worked at like Walmart or something like that.
Oh man, looking up to people who, not saying they're horrible people, and
Yeah, it just really
it's
didn't
just
really.
what they have at the
yeah,
moment.
it just went and just like kind of settled.
Yeah.
Like people like yourself, you shot past here and you keep shooting. There's not a lot of people that kids could look up like you.
Absolutely.
But and knowing that you came from here though,
Right.
hearing your story really probably gonna help another young Chris Garrett from Utica, New York.
Yes.
You never know who you're gonna touch.
I agree.
You know.
And it's more than able to happen. We have so much young dudes who got the talent. I don't know how it got weary for us a little bit, but we don't really know.
I mean, football has a lot of talent here. It's just I really feel like there's no person that they look up to.
Or like look for Chris' example.
Yeah.
That is, when he was here, like you said, he had to sit behind certain people, and then when you leave, you become the guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
I do want to say something about that. Nowadays, it's harder for that.
Yeah.
Because back when we was kids or back when we was in high school or in college, there was no transfer portal and it wasn't cool to just jump ship because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
No, it wasn't.
nowadays, you know, I'm not saying it can't happen, but
it's tougher.
it's tougher because if I go somewhere and I got to sit behind somebody for a year or 2 years, most likely people not gonna try to do that. So it's one of the things where nowadays in the culture it is, you know, everybody which you should be out to get yours, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you be in a situation and you just got to follow the process, because that process could build you up to be even stronger. Because some people will go into a situation and just leave because
the process
it's not ideal. And like everybody want to be the man, everybody want to have a bunch of money, but aren't willing to go through the process.
You have to put in.
So
I love that you said that.
Or that patience.
Right. So
that patience.
The biggest thing is like, being in business and making, just doing stuff in the business realm, and understand like you're making deals for the long term rather than like, let me get this real quick money, because
that's a good analogy.
I got a few business partners, but at the same time, like even my dad, he always told me, he's like, if the money come fast, or anything that come fast is gonna leave you just as fast as it came. So at the end of the day, it's like, so whenever I'm doing stuff, whether, like I said, it's in my personal life or it's in business, I'm always doing projections. Like, how can this relationship or situation benefit us, but benefit me too? Mm-hmm. But if it's only benefiting me, then it's not gonna work, because
selfish.
You know what I'm saying? So, well, I mean, not only from being selfish, but it's like if me and you was in business together and you was making more money than me, I'm not gonna be happy. So the business the relationship and the business is not gonna grow.
Right.
So the biggest thing is, if the situation's working and if me and you are breaking bread, then it should be no argument, because it's, you know what I'm saying?
We have an understanding. With that comes with communication. We all on the same page.
So at the end of the day, I tell you this, this is something that is like an add into there. But as I realized, being like a teenager to being in my early 20s to being in my 30s, just seeing how like you get friends, and then some friends turn to associates, and then some associates turn into just, I don't know you no more.
Right. And
just going through life and is going a bunch of places and seeing how people can be, you start to really value genuine people, right? So whether it's in business or you just doing something that is just off the fly because you just want to do it.
Yes.
Always be intentional with it, because nowadays, it's hard to understand people, especially when like you ain't seen them in a while. But anytime that you can see from afar that they positive, and anytime, like for instance, like us, I see what y'all do from afar, so I see y'all moving in the right light. Now there's there's a few people that I had to distance myself from in order to elevate, because you can't be around certain people and do certain things and want certain things. That make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day,
more
bro,
than
like
a little bit, bro.
Just to kind of go like cut back into what I was saying about me growing up. A lot of people don't know that coming out of high school, I was really highly recruited. I signed my national letter of intent to go to Clemson. Take my visit down and everything, signed for that. Yeah, I mean, it's all documented.
Yeah.
And then from there, me being a Cornhill kid to heart, I'm not really doing my grades like that. And when it came to to sign, like to like really get things going in motion, it's like, oh, your GPA ain't high enough. I'm like, what? Nah, I'm good. And came to find out that it wasn't. They stuck around for I think like a whole summer just so that I go to summer school and get my grades right. And like me being to the point where I felt like I made it, I just I didn't take it as serious, and I think I had to get like a B, and I got like a C plus, and that was the what do you want to call it? That determined my life could have went in a different direction, maybe more positive, maybe more negative, I don't know. But at the same time, like, I didn't go to Clemson. I ended up going to Fork Union Military Academy in Fork Union, Virginia. Bro, it ain't nothing there. So I went there for about like 5 months, and the things like before I even went to Fork Union, as soon as I got dropped by Clemson, Ohio came out of nowhere. And if you know football, Frank Solich name rings bells. So I just like, they run the ball, I'm going there. Yeah. So I did my little bid at Fork Union, and that again, that definitely changed me there. And I'll never forget, me and my dad, like he had dropped me off, and it was a quote on like it was like it's this long hallway going to the gym, or one of the gyms they have, and it was like in order to get the things that you never had, you gotta do the things you never done before. And back then I had
a bar.
Work
It's a
bars,
crazy
real.
bar.
But honestly, bro, like that stuck with me ever since then. All the way through Ohio, all the way through my trial with the Buccaneers back in 2010.
Bro, you know
that's
I'm
what they
gonna
too.
bring
Like,
that shit
so
up.
yeah, you say I had a little short stint with the Buccaneers. I went through rookie training camp, went through partial training camp, got released from there, and as soon as I got released from there, I went to the CFL, and
It's a lesson in disguise.
word honestly, bro, like everything I went through, like
Put you in a better position.
it put me in a better position and it prepared me because
Yes.
I felt like, again, I was supposed to be at Clemson. I'm supposed to be in the league still. So I kept that chip on my shoulder. So my first year in the CFL, man, as a running back in the CFL, to average 100 yards is hard. Pause. Because it's only 3 downs. So second down is third down. So we run the ball on first down and we don't
So you only get 3 down? I didn't know that. You get 3 downs.
So
in
basically you get
CFL?
2 downs.
Oh, two downs. Basically 2 downs. Yeah,
So,
then you got to punt the ball on
for him,
third down.
Understand this though.
That's your
I had-
position though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So understand this. I averaged over 100 yards a game. And the reason why, because I was pissed off and I felt like, yo, this is the same thing. I'm supposed to be in the league still. You know what I'm saying? So I kept that edge and it was just like, yo, who is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I watched a few games. This
UT represent.
Yeah, I watched a few games. I was like, yo, this dude is out here
Going to work.
wrecking shit. I ain't even know that you was even on it. The crazy part is, I used to like randomly watch the CFL games on. Remember when the CFL used to come? Remember that Canadian channel? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
That's
bro.
Canadian channel. I used
I
to
know I
randomly-
caught you a
And you
couple
know
times
something?
too.
I used to randomly watch games and I caught this
I
dude
caught-
on there. I was like,
yeah.
hold on.
That's-
I stood
that's
up.
bro.
I'm in the living room like, oh, that's Chris right there. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's Chris out there. Like, yo, I know the white and gold team he was on.
You
Winnipeg
had
Blue Bombers.
merch and all
Yeah.
that. You had your
Oh,
whole
yeah, bro.
verses
Hey,
on
yo,
everything.
hey,
He was
that's
the guy.
crazy.
Listen.
That's
crazy.
crazy. Out there.
Yeah.
Word.
We made more, like, hey, bro, look.
Yo, keep it on.
When the iron is hot, yeah, you got to strike. And I had T-shirts, jerseys. I had bobblehead dolls. Matter of fact, if I can find
got some
one,
bobblehead dolls?
yeah, bro,
Let
yeah,
me
bro,
get
listen,
one.
listen,
Yeah, need that.
bro. When I mean like,
The
when it was
fuck?
like, yo, you hot,
T-shirt too.
right? Anything we can sell. So anytime
That's
I'm
beautiful
telling you,
though, bro.
like,
Yeah.
you don't understand, like in the CFL, they treat the players like the NFL players, like just how if we see like a Will Smith or something,
Yes.
RP, not I don't want to use him as an example, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
It's like that's how they view us and them. Because back then, bro, it would get to a point where, and I hope some of my teammates or people of importance that's been there, they know what I'm talking about. Like, dude be eating and people just be staring at you. And you're like, damn, something wrong with me or something?
You that
But
guy.
you forget, like, because then you're like, I'm not in the NFL. Like, yeah, ain't nobody care about that. And people walk up to you just cold, like, yo, can I get a picture? Can you sign this for me? Yeah, cool. Or just to the fact of the matter, like, it's just so much love up there because obviously for what I can do, but at the same time, it's like, when I was on, bro, like, I really, like, I pressed the pedal to the metal with endorsements, like, just, it wasn't mine, but, driving Porsche Cayennes, just crazy stuff as like
So when you did you see yourself being in that position? I know you thought like pro NFL, but CFL, was that something in your head? Or were you just thinking like pro NFL? Because I say this because kids or whoever's in that grind mode of getting to be a pro, first mind is NBA, NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Never think about those Canadian leagues or overseas leagues or
yeah.
anywhere. They just have a one mind. Did you have that mindset of like that could be a possibility?
Nah, bro. It just got to a point where it was another opportunity to
Right.
prove myself.
Okay.
And in my mind, it was only 3 professional leagues.
Okay.
Well, 2 really back then, because now you got the XFL. But back then it was either NFL or CFL. So
Elite, bro.
at the end of the day, it's
Pretty
like
much.
I wasn't. Even though I was pissed off, I was there my first year
Yeah.
because making like $70,000 in like 6 months. It's like ain't cool, but it's like once I proved myself, that 70 went to like 180. So you make that in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So
Say that shit on regular.
and again, like,
Yeah, you gonna
I'm
say
not-
it regular.
Nah, but
You
things
said
like,
it regular,
I mean,
Chris.
but at the end of the day, it's like think about this: the NFL practice roster is way more than that.
I understand. No, I
But
get that.
my
Yeah.
thing is like if you can't name nothing illegal or unethical that you
Right.
can make
like
six
that.
figures in 6 months.
In 6
Yes,
months. Yeah.
that's-
You know what I'm saying?
That's-
So at the end of the day,
yes.
it's like I looked at it like I remember my mom told me because like I was pissed off. I'm like, man, I should make more money than this. And she looked at me. She was like, look, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that you not happy? I was like, nah, I'm not happy because I feel like I should be somewhere different. Because with me, bro, like getting a college degree,
Bless.
getting being an All-American as a freshman in college, like it wasn't enough for me because I feel like I had to do more because I should be at different places. So that was almost a gift and a curse because that's what motivated me, and on top of that, that's the same thing that I felt like I should appreciate the moments more, rather than just like, okay, I got this, okay, next one, okay, I'm cool with that, next one, and more, and people around me are happy. I'm like, what you happy about? Like the end goal is to do, you know what I'm saying?
Was it stressful? Did you go into any like depression stages mentally? Did you have any moments like that?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Like especially when I stopped playing. Things like I myself stopped myself from playing. 2013 was my last year playing, and that's when I actually opened my business.
Okay.
And just trying to find myself again, like recreate yourself. Like what else can you do? You don't play football no more.
What's your name on your not the country? What's your name on your business so that everybody know?
Oh, my business is called The Deal Fitness.
The Deal Fitness.
Yes,
Fitness.
it is owned by me.
Legit.
But yeah, man, it's just one of the things that I just had to reinvent myself.
Yeah.
And I started in Utica, and the thing is like, for my vision and my goal was bigger than the pond I was in.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, I took my lumps and bruises, like just relearning my craft here, and like doing whether it was like sports training or whether it was like training fat loss clients. It just helped me mold myself into what I am today. So at the end of the day, bro, like going through that and to be where I am now, being in business for 10 years, and to see my bit, like it's crazy that to see where I'm at now, and not just the financial part, but just to see how many people really fuck with me, and
Like your style.
and like my style. Like I have all of my athletes. Like it's crazy because like I got banners over my gym, and I really don't train the kids that's like the 5-star athletes and 4-star athletes. Like shout out to them. But at the
Yes.
same time, it's like I'd rather have the hungrier athlete that's gonna listen and that I can actually help their game. And I've literally helped turn some kids into like that had 2 left feet into some phenomenal athletes, and now they're Division I prospects.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, bro, like by me giving back, doing that aspect, I feel like that means more than any of my personal accolades. And
love it.
to be real with y'all, it'd be nice if I could come back to Utica and like do like a summer camp, like a speed and agility camp or
Yes.
something that I personally, because people are like, yo, how much you gonna charge? Like my thing is like it's not about the money, because my thing is like knock on wood, I'm blessed to be in a good financial situation where I want to do something because I want to see the next kids that look like me or come from the same environment that I grew up in, that they can see somebody like, oh, he's from here, oh, he moved, like, oh, I can move too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's in the works though. So I think maybe we can do something.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was already there with it. As soon as you said that, I was like,
No, because I agree. Only thing I would say is I want to make sure you have a nice amount of kids and people, like the best support possible for it to flourish, because you deserve that, bro. And if we do the right way, like I know we will, it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It'll be a beautiful
And me personally, I've been following your journey. Been following you on the Deal Fitness. It's
Yes.
crazy. I've been seeing it for like blossom
definitely
on your
remember-
page for like the last 10 years.
Gotta be consistent.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, you did that, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man. Really, though.
Proud of you
Appreciate
like a
that.
motherfucker,
It took me,
man.
it took me a little minute to get people to respect me as a trainer. You know what I'm saying? Because once you're a football player, it's like, oh, now he a trainer now. But people don't know that I have my degree in health sciences with a minor in business management. So I fell right into it because I was doing it and I had the knowledge of it already. So, I'm doing what I want to do without thinking about it. That makes sense?
Yeah.
More than a little bit. And I like that you doing it like that, because a lot of people go to school and they don't go and become what they went to school for. You know what I'm saying? They get the degree for certain things. The next thing you know, they're working at an office building, pushing papers.
Not
or
doing
something.
nothing.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Nothing they dreamed about.
That's another way to look at your journey, and some people who can look at it in that light, even if you're not an athlete, going to school to become something that you really believed in. And following suit. And then, like you said, it just happened for you.
Yeah.
But it's you're still doing it. And that's something to think about as well. People should look at.
But one
for
thing
sure.
before you get out of here that I want, like the kids,
Yes.
anybody that ever go through anything,
Yes.
anybody that's got like a doubt in their mind, like one thing that I like, did not have the same mindset,
Yes.
is he never is satisfied at anything. You know, that's reason why Chris keep going up ladders,
Evolving.
and keep evolving, because
Yes.
he never settled. Yeah, like he set a
For
bar.
himself.
Yeah, he set a
Yeah.
bar and say, "Yo, that's
Yes.
just not enough." He jumped that bar, said,
Yes.
"Yo, this is not enough," and it's never like a celebration on no level.
Even though your mom was like, you ain't happy, she probably was
Yeah.
looking at you like that. She also probably like, this boy is special.
Yeah, like your mom
You know what
probably
I'm
looking at you
saying?
like, "Yo,
she
you
put that fire behind
you
you.
done got this far."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you wanted more.
But you wanted more. That's a message for anybody out there that's got something that they want to do in
And
life.
also to appreciate how far you did come, though. Not to disregard that you wanted to go far, but where you're at was beautiful and really good. I mean, anybody would love to be in that position, but they got to
Even
know
today.
how hard to get.
Yeah, even today, he's a 10-year business owner.
Yes,
Facts.
Consistent
Reinvented
business owner.
himself, like
and he
said.
keeps going up with, like he said, he got kids that couldn't even tie their shoes, and they done with the D1 athletes
Right.
now. Like that's
Yes.
Crazy.
That's a testament to always setting the bar high for yourself.
And
Because
you're
like most
teaching
people,
kids to do that.
most people don't do that. Most people get a bar, they jump over it, and they stop.
Right.
They stop and they get comfortable, and then they complain that their life is like here.
They get
You know,
comfortable.
something. I just want to add one more thing before we bounce. Like you talk about, you talked about doubt. The thing is, like, bro, like I doubt myself more than anything, and my thing is like doubt is healthy for me, because when I'm doubting myself on something, then that makes me, fight against that.
Yes.
And it's natural, because think about this: anything you want to do, and it's the first time you're doing it, you low-key a little scared, right? And I've got to the point where being not necessarily scared, but having that like butterfly feeling is a natural good feeling. So you want to go towards that. So
Yes.
That fight
my
or flight.
message to like, the youth or anybody that's watching this, if you feel like at any instance that you want to doubt yourself, then obviously if it's positive or anything going in that nature of it, you're going in the right realm. You know what I'm saying? Because anything that's worth having, you're going to have to, really fight demons for.
gotta
So at
fight
the end of
for
the day,
it.
bro, like I feel like, anything that's worth having, you're going to work really hard for, and do not shy away from stuff that's uncomfortable.
You're
Yeah.
talking to me right now too. Shit.
That fight
You
or
ain't
flight.
just talking to kids. You talking to me and a lot of other adults out there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that shit right now, because you saying that resonates more than a little bit. You know what I mean? Face your fear to disappear type of shit.
Facts.
I definitely believe, and I feel you on that, brother.
We
for
trying
real.
to get Jeff to face his fear on that bar. that bar.
Yeah, they trying to make me die. He's almost under 5. Now I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, we trying to get Jeff to do
I'ma
50,
do it.
50 pulls and 100 and
Oh,
100
yeah, I seen
push
it. I seen that,
under
but-
5 minutes.
Honestly, bro, like
Word of my kids, I'm gonna do it. Watch. I just
I was
looked
on-
at your video
I was
too.
on comic easy work, but you're like, hey, well, then show me the video of it.
Don't do that.
Honestly,
Just
I'll do
wait till
Yeah.
I do it. Don't you dare do that shit.
Oh, boy.
Nah, let me see you bust it out. Pause.
Pause.
Yeah, now it's a lot, but now I wanted to do the challenge because I tried it. Because I'm just now getting back in shape. I took like 6 months from working out
I'm so
because I
out
had my
of shape.
daughter.
And I'm sick. Not
But,
sick, but these allergies
you wasn't
whooping my
pregnant?
ass.
Nah, but I was trying to be there. I was trying to be
Got you,
there.
got you.
I was trying to be there. Like, yeah, nah.
So I took 6 months off.
You eat good though.
Yeah, I eat good though. I'm just not as strong
I
as I
know
was
what you
like
mean.
6 months ago.
But taking a break off, not
Yeah,
working out.
yeah. So I'm like,
my
just getting my body back acclimated. But I seen dudes that's shredded,
And
super cut
killed
up.
them.
I was like, yo, let's do 50 and 100 in 5 minutes. Yo, these dudes couldn't do these. I did it in my first time coming back doing it, because I warm up that way every time I work out now. The first time doing it, I was doing 7 minutes, 7:30, stuff like that. These dudes is doing 10 minutes.
I'm scared.
But they shred it. They work out. They've been
Do
like
that shit in my
consistently working
crib.
out. I'm
They ain't
like,
got no muscle endurance. The thing, like,
Yeah.
it's a difference, bro.
What time is it?
Yeah.
Let me get up out of here, man. Y'all got me crying.
yeah, man. But yo, we're gonna get Jeff on that bar though.
I love the bar though. I ain't gonna hold you. That's my shit.
Yeah.
Not the bar with tequila and cognac, bro. Like, the other bar, bro.
Other bar, my G.
All right, watch. I keep playing. I'm gonna show you. It ain't gonna be 5 first. It's gonna be like how you said. It might be 8-10. Might be 10.
Like 15 minutes, you gotta go
Be
pick
like,
that up.
and I'm gonna keep the whole video too. I gotta keep that whole
Make
video.
sure I
That
keep
shit
that
gonna be a
elbow pump
blooper. I'm
handy.
like, hold on. Nigga, you dig too. Bitch, hold on.
Yeah, man. But yo, we gotta thank
Appreciate you
Chris
coming, big
Garrett
dog.
coming out. Thaddeus,
got it. Love, word up.
Yo.
Love day. It's a love day.
yeah, man. It's a Two Brothers Point of View podcast, season motherfucking 3.
You know what I mean? This
We
number
back
2
again.
so far, right?
Season, it's episode 2. I mean, so we got 2 good ones in the, in the chamber. But yo,
for sure.
tap in for more good episodes,
Definitely.
more great interviews,
Definitely.
and some surprises
You
in
already
store.
know.
So
Peace and
I'm
love.
your man Blackshear,
G Brown, aka G.
and it's Two Brothers Point of View podcast. Tap
Peace.
in.